What's going on, guys? It's your boy HQ420 here, and in today's video, we're going to be looking at the Meet the Press. They had Gavin Newsom up there. This is on NBC. Is it NBC or MSNBC? What's Meet the Press on? Okay. Let's see. Meet the Press. Is that MSNBC? NBC. Let me see what it is, guys. All right. Meet the Press. Let's see. On NBC. Okay. And we got a whole lot of these broadcast networks right now that, man, they going in on these folks, all right? Folks with the lockdowns, masking, all that stuff, Bo. I mean, CNN grilling folks. CNN grilling Fauci, all right? They're like, CNN, we getting in your face now, Fauci. All right? I mean, even they trying to, quote-unquote, turn a new leaf, which the leaf ain't really new. It's where they're beating on both sides, but, I mean, they at least trying to make it seem like, oh, yeah, we're objective now. I was like, oh, I got you. I mean, during the time, all y'all like, yeah, all you killers out here without your sacred cloth. I'm like, my God, man. I mean, please. So, what we're going to do, we're going to look at a little clip right here. And a damn gnat. I had some type of feral insect trying to attack me. We're going to look at a clip where the Meet the Press, not MS. I want to always say MSNBC, but NBC. All right, my man out here grilling Gavin Newsom, grilling him, okay, about his policies, and so we want to see what kind of shuffling Mr. Gavin Newsom does. All right, we want to see the shuffle. All right, because a lot of these folks are shuffling now. All right, the data's out, and look, we tried to tell y'all about the data a long time ago. All right. Our channels got deleted, shadow banned, all that stuff. It's like, look, bro. I mean, they ain't nobody's in the street, so I mean, it's obvious that there ain't a whole lot happening. Okay, I mean, I ain't have to go out there and shovel folk up in a pile and burn them up. Okay, so obviously there ain't a whole lot happening. All right, so let me let this thing start playing out right now because it's 4 minutes. So let's go through and let's give this thing a little bit of a breakdown.
During COVID, you were pretty strict with the lockdowns here. And
when he says pretty strict, Bo, I mean, extremely strict, except for a few instances, you know, like the business that he had ties to, make sure that stayed open, okay? He made sure that he ate unmasked, okay, indoors at the French Laundry. What was that, like $5,000-$10,000 plates a piece? So he made sure he did that. Traveled and all that stuff. So he made sure he did that. But everybody, hey, don't go out and be killing folk, all right, with your coughs and your sneezes, okay? Don't be going out killing folks with your breathing, all right? I mean, so that's the main thing. But I need to proceed forward and continue to do what governors do, all right, which is step upon the throats of the Californians, all right?
There was an interesting piece in Harper's that sort of was critical of your decisions from this perspective. You found a way to allow the motion picture industry and the sort of the movie industry to get back to work, but you didn't allow people to grieve together at funerals or at.
That was one of the biggest things I was saying. I said, Bo, it's like, man, you had a loved one dying or something. It's like, oh, well, you can't see him. Maybe we can get a tablet in there. You can try to talk through the tablet. I'm like, Bo, y'all are cold as shit. Niggas was cold, man. I mean, they were cooler than the other side of the pillow. They were ice cold, cuz. Glacier status. I'm like, damn. I mean, but I remember I did a video on one incident where people were in there, they were having a funeral. They had the damn chairs spaced out. And my one man slid the chair. I think it was the two sons. And they had, golly, what was it? So, no, okay, here it is. It was the two sons, and their mom had lost her husband, of course, their father, all right? And so she was over there, she's starting to grieve, and so they slid the chair over there, you know. One son slid the chair over, you know, kind of console her or whatever, and the other son was sliding the chair over too. And the dude in the back ran up and said, no, you must separate. That dude would have got caught, he would have got laid out that day, okay? He'd have got laid right out that day. Bruh, if you don't back the you-know-what up, you gonna get laid right out. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You dropped in here, all right? There'd be 2 funerals today, all right? You better get dropped, son. You know what I'm saying? And then they scattered. I was like, oh no, don't be scattering me, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of shit that was going on. You know? But hey, they were able to do movies, and I'm talking about movies where folk were kissing, bro. Folk lip to lip lock, sex scenes. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they were still doing the prawn. AOF was on the rise during that time, guys. Hell, during 2020, 2021, we seen a rise in STIs. I was like, damn. So folks still fornicate, but I can't go to work. I can't have a funeral. You know what I'm saying? I can't go eat in a restaurant. So that's the type of shit we were talking about.
Churches. And that it sort of, and that this may be why there's such a polarized disconnect. What you prioritize, right? This is this anger between the populace and the elite, supposedly. Here you prioritize this industry, but you were tougher on those that just wanted to go worship. What do you say to that, Chris?
I think there's a lot of humility, and we didn't know what we didn't know, and it was hardly I, it was we, collectively.
I understand
and
that.
I think all of us, in terms of our collective.
My man said interesting. Man said humility. It wasn't I. We didn't know what we didn't know. Ho, 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 ho. But you actively sending folks down people's businesses, but you were allowing the damn movie folk to continue making movies. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's paycheck is needed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who runs a business, they need that business to be open and running. I mean, so it's just like, hey, we didn't know what we didn't know. Man, nigga, please. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I actually said that on one of my posts. I mean, it's all I would have done things differently. Nigga, please. Man, miss me with that, Bo. I mean, folk telling me, oh man, if I knew what I know now, Bo. This ain't something where somebody tricked you, you know what I'm saying? Bo, y'all had all the data right in front of you. Every bit of the data was right in front of you, okay? And you had a collaboration movement to make sure that folks were stomped out, all right? That we're in the shit that we are in now. We are in the shit that we are in now. Shit costs you out your ass. You know what I'm saying? Race relations, all that stuff, Bo. Due to the policies during 2020. You got to think, the BLM stuff was happening during then, and then the trans stuff took out during that. But 2020 was the kickoff to hell, all right? 2020 was the kickoff, and it started with their ragged policies. That's all I'm saying.
Collective wisdom, we've evolved. We didn't know what we didn't know. We're experts in hindsight. We're all geniuses.
But think about what you ended up collectively prioritizing. You're prioritizing an industry, in one specific one, but then didn't prioritize maybe ones whose maybe values you didn't connect with.
I don't think it's a binary. There was iterations within that theme. There was fits and starts. There were regional frameworks that had impacts more broadly defined. There were more industry specific frameworks. All of us went through a process. I mean, there was few states that didn't go into aggressive lockdowns, including Florida's Ron DeSantis.
No, I understand that, but it was
but within the framework of the
who opened the door. It's what industry got.
He trying to duck and dodge real hard around this. He said, look, bruh, you were out here damn just pissing and shitting upon the little man, and you let the folks continue to do movies. I'm talking about like a day later. It's like, y'all need to go back to work. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you just shut the there'd be no movie production, okay? When I say I'm going into a lockdown, when I say I'm going New World Order on your ass. New World Order. I'm going full New World Order, all right? There ain't shit happening around this joint, okay? There ain't shit happening, all right? And if you think you're going to have some shit happen, I'm going to be in front of your house when your ass come out, all right? I mean, if you truly going, I want to save everybody, save every single person. But no, Bo, it was all bullshit. Man, we know that. Come on now. And Gavin up here shuffling. He kerfuffling. All right. Kerfuffling. All right. That's what he doing. He just sit there and said a whole bunch of nothing. He said this. That's what he was saying. Oh, protocols and timely matters and regional and things move this way. And, sometimes one thing gets pushed up above the other, but we're still thinking about the other thing. And we know hindsight is revisionist history is always 2020. And, I'm just, man, you ain't said nothing right there. My man asked you a question. Why'd you prioritize the movie industry and then shit on everybody else. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Leniency in which
no,
ones
all
did.
All of it is legitimate in terms of reflection. All of it's legitimate in terms of processing lessons learned. We went through a process. I actually had at Sunnylands, which is the Camp David on the West Coast.
Right.
We brought together experts across the spectrum, people that supported our efforts, people that opposed them, international experts. And we spent 3 days really reflecting, stress testing what we did right, what we did wrong. We're actually putting out a report as it relates to our own lessons learned. I think this country would do well to advance a similar construct, not through the lens or prisms of an ideology, but through
You think there should be almost like a 9/11 commission on what lessons learned from this pandemic?
There's been versions.
Man, the lessons learned, Bo. I mean, the lesson that was learned is like, man, don't be so gullible. Man, damn, Bo. Be so damn gullible. Folk been getting sick their whole life. We got folk 50, 60-year-old been getting sick their whole life. Their whole life. And then all of a sudden this come around and folk fall right out. Oh, shit, it's over. I'm like, bruh, it won't even on the cusp of being over. Damn, man. I mean, it won't even on the cusp. You know what I'm saying? I understand if we were on the cusp. If you walk around and you see folk, and they got blood running from their eyes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Folk laid out in the street. Not like they laid out right now because they're taking trank. You know, not that type of laid out. We got to scoop them up. But folk lay out, they just walking around, can't breathe, falling out. Just falling out, you walking by them, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Just folk laid out in the convenience store and the damn mall and shit. You know what I'm saying? You go about somebody's house, everybody laid up in there, dead as hell. It done took the whole family. Ooh, man. And damn, man. Folk don't even know what real shit look like no more. Alright? They don't even know what the real look like no more. Somebody getting the sniffles and they think this is the real. You don't know what no real looks like. Come on, man. We pathetic, bud. Oh, we had guys come around and then we look back and, things that we maybe could have did better. Oh, my goodness, man. It was obvious from the beginning. I mean, and then China had that whole bullshit where they welded folk in their apartment. What for? I mean, it's just like, it looked like propaganda to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looked like to me.
Versions of that, but they're immediately dismissed within the prism of our partisan frame. And so I'm at least trying to work across that and in context of all
What
our
is
local.
something you do differently?
Well, I think we would have done everything differently because we understood. We would understand outdoors, as an example. The nature.
You wouldn't have shut schools down. You'd try to figure out how to maybe have outdoor classrooms.
No, that's not. Well, now you're getting into nuance. But I think the nature of.
Oh, I mean, oh, I'd have done everything differently. Oh, so you wouldn't have just shut down schools? Maybe you had outdoor classes. Well, I mean, that ain't no answer, bud. I mean, stop shuffling around this shit and just be like, look, I was a dummy. Hey, that's one thing I give to Ron DeSantis, okay? And I understand he's a politician and everything. And as in, all people are flawed. All right, all people are flawed. But at least he came right out and said, I made a mistake locking down. That shit was stupid. All right? The shit was completely dumb. And so, hey, I'm going to come right out to the forefront and say it. That was stupid. That's why I didn't enforce it any longer. I was like, hold on a second. This is dumb. All right, we're moving on from this. All right? So, I mean, it shouldn't have took you long. But it took folk damn near 2 years, man. Damn it, you wasted 2 years of folks' lives, bud. 2 years. You don't get time back. Time is the most precious commodity on this planet, all right? Because you don't get any of it back. All right? You don't get it. You don't get 1 second back. Okay? So, I mean, please, bud. Man up here talking nonsense. Ain't said nothing yet. Gavin, I'm waiting for you to say something to us, man.
Of the spread early on and understanding the epidemiology of that spread, understanding the spread in the context of how it spread very differently indoors than outdoors is one perfect example of what a lot of us would have done differently, including, again, in states, red states, that shut down their beaches in the early part of the pandemic. I think a deeper understanding around mask and mask wearing and N95s, KN95s, you go through a...
Oh, Lord. The sacred cloth, Bo. The sacred cloth. And leave the sacred cloth alone, Bo. Leave that alone. Bo, the sacred cloth ain't it, man. Just hey, I just I've been pounding this drum. It'd be that about damn near 4 years shortly, okay? The sacred cloth is not it. All right? There's no doubt about it. Okay, so folk keep talking about that thing, and I see folk keep wearing it, and I'm just like, my God. I mean, it just ain't it. That's not it. Okay, so I mean, I know he's harkening back. Oh, the KN95, NN95, No 95, P95X, whatever, man. I mean, whatever. What you need to be telling some folks is get off their ass and lose some weight. What you need to be telling some people. You know what I'm saying? But we don't never hear nothing about that. We be in the body positivity now. No, man, that should be slowing you up, cuz. To try to do something with that. Folk be talking about their health, and they be damn 500 pounds. You be like, excuse me. Yo, hell. Man, miss me with that nonsense, man.
Process across the spectrum in terms of being prepared, issues related to how we fundamentally address the distribution of vaccines and the prioritization. You want to talk about prioritizations early on. In terms of those vaccines, you go through a series of things, and there's so many things we could have done differently.
You think this country can handle another pandemic, or do you think it would break us?
I think we have to. We're a resilient country, so it wouldn't break us. But I'm not convinced we've learned the lessons from the last one, and I think science took a big hit. I think health.
Read the history books of 1918. We're still trying to figure out.
But that's that's
Pandemics
alarming.
divide people.
That's alarming. It should be alarming to all of us that all of a sudden health became partisan, and that's something we're going to pay a big price. You're right, going forward, but it won't.
Man, health wasn't partisan. Man, folks just knew you were bullshitting. Folks knew you were bullshitting. Well, not all folk. A select group of folk knew. Let me rephrase that. Majority of folk fell right in the pit, but right in the trap. I mean, the trap part was triggered, and the folks fell right for it. All right, right for it. I was like, damn. I know all y'all ain't falling for this. Yeah, but we're right at. You have triggered my trap card. Bam. I mean, they got him. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of all this, of this clip right here, he never answered the question of why he allowed the movie industry to begin working again. And this is after the 15 days, okay? This is after 15 days, okay? 15 days to flatten the curve. What, we're flattening the curve. When we curve flattening back then. In the 15 days, first 15 days, you know, and then 30 days to slow the spread, and then 2 years to destroy our economy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to destroy, have inflation out the wazoo. Now all of a sudden we implement a little bit of trans ideology, a little bit of BLM here. Let's sprinkle a little bit more race relations. Oh, race relations real bad here. I mean, it's just like, well, they just sprinkled all the fairy dust, all the pixie dust right across everybody, bud. And now we got the shit show that is 2023 and beyond, okay? Because it will be a continued shit show, all right? This price will be paid for by generations to come, all right? The price will be paid, all right? And so I am a little off-put it here because he never answered the question. You know what I'm saying? And I can appreciate somebody who is dictator-like, who comes right out and gives me a bold answer. You know what I'm saying? A bold answer. So if he would have came right out, all right, let me get full screen on this. If he'd have came right out and said, hey, you know, I let the movie industry open back up because movie industry makes billions of dollars, and I care more about that, and that would keep more money flowing as far as through California and in my pockets as well, because I'm kind of subsidized through them as well on the back end. All right, yeah, they did slip me a little bit of money, so yeah, I care about them. You little peons, your peasant lives really doesn't matter. Us elites matter. You don't matter. If they hit me with that, I said, shit, bro, this dude bold, okay? He bold, he stick his chest out, he let folk know what the deal is. Not this, oh, well, you know, hindsight, and, sometimes you figure things out late, and so you try to pivot, and you don't have nothing to pivot to at the moment, so you try to hold back, just trying to say, it's just like, but you ain't saying nothing. Just come out and tell me, hey, we are the elites, okay? We make the decisions. You follow because you're a peasant and you don't know any better, all right? And you don't know any better, and you don't have any balls to stand up for yourself. So please do what we told you to do and go sit down and shut your mouth. Oh, if you said that, I'd be like, whoa. Okay, this dude got fire underneath him, okay? Yeah, but instead, Bo, we got ran over by a bunch of folks who be looking through them. Who look like him. That's who we got ran over by. Folk who look like Fauci got flatlined. I'm just like, oh dear God, man. We couldn't use our own eyes and look out there and see what was happening. We couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. So let me end this video, okay? I know this video went long. Let me end this video. I want to know your thoughts on this conversation below. Do you believe Gavin Newsom would have did things differently? You believe this man right here? Guy right here. You know, old clean shaven. Can he even grow any facial hair, Bo? I mean, he ain't even got a shadow, cuz. Man, that clean shaven. You know what I'm saying? Do you believe this guy would have did anything different? I want to know your thoughts on this conversation below. Hope y'all did enjoy this video. Like, share, subscribe. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.